Today we're going to go over the shop as requested by a viewer, and here we have I click right into the shop and immediately we're on this limited time section right here, and you'll notice this is free. This first item is free. Go ahead and pick this up. This is great to get, especially if you're starting off. You get a bunch of good items here. So you get this, which you'll be using for your rivalry battles. You can, increase your attempts by 1. You get 10 of these memory balls. You get some training items for your players, and you also get a drink that can restore training stamina. So it just allows you to, use some items in game. And you get it for free, right? If you can do that every day, great. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. Don't worry. Make sure you do your dailies, because the 50 blue gems you get there is very important. Now the rest of this section and the secret section, as well as the passes and the regular section, they're all paid, right? Monthly packs. So you can go ahead and skip that for the most part, unless you do want to spend in the game. But yeah, so just that one section, limited time, you get that free item pack. Now we go over to Trading Post, which I'm sure many of you are aware of. This is where you would go to get the most value from your exchange shops. Now, one thing to note is if I go home right here, I go to Rivalry Battles, and actually, since we did go to the home page, just go ahead and claim it. When you click that free item pack, you do have to go to your gift box and claim it. Again, it'll stay there for a while, I'm sure, but just don't forget, in order to see those items, you gotta go to your gift box and claim it. Now let's head over to Rivalry Battles. Let's just go into this side event, and you'll notice this has a trading post. Now, personally, what I'd recommend is if you do certain items, let's say, just for example, I'm gonna blitz through this. Let me skip past to the end once I finished defeating all these stages. Now that I've cleared it 5 times, and actually if you check this is the item that you get in the free pack. Since you're already in this event, just go ahead and click the trading post from here itself, and you'll notice, okay, there's a lot of good items here. And honestly, you can kind of get anything that you think you need. So let's say you're falling short on natto or salad or gyoza, which personally gyoza has been somewhat difficult for me to get. So if you're running low on any of those items, you can always get it from here, right? Personally though, for these green tickets, I would just get this Ego's Yakisoba. The devs have been nice enough to give a lot of these out recently, and you kind of need them to train up 4 stars and 5 stars. But it couldn't hurt to get 1 extra, right? And if you check anything else for those green tickets, if you need the success trophies, they're also really good to get. If you can get up to 2,000, how much? Yeah, 150. If you can get up to 2,000, which I don't know if you could as a free-to-play. Maybe if you spend everything, you probably could, like all your refills. You could grab these, but 2,000 is a bit too much. I might not recommend that. If you have stuff left over, you can always pick up the blue coins or any of these training items. This special armor ice is also really good to get if you have 3 stars that can be limit broken essentially, and I think I have an example to show that. So we go ahead and check our 3 stars. So this is one of them. This Rayo you can use it on, this Spotcher you can use it on, or this Chigiri. So any of those 3 you can use it on, and I believe this Nagi as well. You can use it on this Nagi, and just to showcase. Let me build him up right here. So as you can see, level 9, he actually unlocks to level 95, but he was buffed, so when you max it out, you'll notice that he gets that pink star, and it actually goes up to level 150. Him and the Chigiri are the only ones right now, or the only 3 stars that can go up to level 150, and if I go ahead, get myself to level 100, you'll notice that all standard items, and then for 101 you start using the armor ice. And right now I don't have enough. I can only get him to level 130. But just so you have that in mind, that's where you use the armor ice. It's for these specific 3-star characters. Let's head on back to that exchange shop. I think that was it, but I just want to double check. Make sure I covered everything there. So let's scroll down. Yeah, okay. And then of course, if you need memory balls or EX memory balls, you can also pick those up. If you don't want to pick this one up, since it's just 1 Ego's Yakisoba for 150, again, you can do it on a play-by-play basis. If you have those 3 stars and you have them, you need to have them max limit broken, so keep that in mind. Whereas for the 4 stars, they start needing this a lot earlier on. So if you have your 4 stars even slightly built up, this will definitely hold more account value than the special armor ice. You won't see this until you max out those 3 stars. And again, you can go for some of these premium, not premium, but like slightly more difficult to get training items as well if you need it. But personally, I would recommend going for the memory balls if you're low on them as well. And success trophies if you really need, but that's kind of something you build up anyways. So personally, I always go for the Ego's Yakisoba. I build up 150, get this Ego's Yakisoba, and then hop out. But since I do need the Amorize, I might go ahead and grab at least this once, right? For these pink items, I already went over it, but you could try and get these training items if you are low on them. Get blue lock coins if you're low on that. But personally, I would go for these refills, right? Any of these refills. This one does training stamina, right? And this one does your rivalry battle chances. And if you really want stopwatches, I would also recommend getting these two. These immediately train your auto trainings, right? Immediately complete them. So if you want, you can grab some of this. But again, the devs give this out a lot from missions and stuff like that as well. Same with a lot of these. So honestly, you're fine grabbing whatever you need. As you can see, I generally don't buy a lot of this, especially if you are a free-to-play player and you don't want to keep max refilling every event. Just play wherever you need to, and like for me, I only grab like a few items from the shop. I never clear it out at all. Like I never get close to clearing it out. I just maybe focus on one item. So let's say in this case, the Ego's Yakisoba, or in my case, since I have the Nagi at the level 10 limit break, I would also go for the special armor ice. I'll kind of hyper focus on one of those 2 items, right? Get that item, and then with whatever I've left for the pink items, I just go ahead and buy whatever I need, right? But that'll basically do it for the trading post, or at least how I do it. And let's go ahead and go back to the shop, the trading post, and you'll see it. You can actually also go from here itself and trade for these items, but I would recommend going into it from the rivalry battle event page itself, just because you know, okay, I just did this event and this is where I can trade for it, right? Just so you don't forget. So at the top right here on the trading post, you'll notice these 4 item trading posts. These are probably what you want to be looking out for, especially as a free-to-play player, because you can also, if you go to Scout, go to it from here. Right here it says the points. You go ahead and trade and you can see where it is. But just to show you here, you can also go into it from this page. And this is where you will get, let's say, these 240 URs, or you can even get flow characters, I believe. Yes, you can get flow players from here as well. And you want to do that and pick that up just so you can start building your account a lot better. Again, I built all of this purely from free summons or summons that I did scouts on, right? But predominantly from free summons. So you can actually build up these points. You're probably not going to get the LRs or the 5 stars, which is totally fine. You can still deck out your 4-star full players or those UR cards, right? And this is also a good one to pick up since this is limited. So I will be picking this up. I think I'm one dupe away from getting level 80, and then it'll be slotted right into my technical team. So keep an eye out for this one if you can get it. Definitely, I would recommend getting that. Now for the rest of these 3, however, you'll notice I've only got 22 here, I've got 72 here, and I've got 0 here. A lot of cases, you might not have anything in any of these. These basically just differentiate different banners, and you basically earn points for specific types of banners. Some banners give you points here, some banners give you points here, some banners give you points here, etc., etc. So just keep that in mind. And in this case, even if you get some points here, even though I probably will never reach the numbers to get any of these for a long while, I'm just going to keep it here. And if this exchange shop eventually closes, which you can notice by the days left right there. So 15 days left before everything here leaves. And I think typically, from my experience, you'll stop earning these points once it reaches 7 days, around that area, but that could change. It's just from my personal experience. Generally, when it says 7 days left, you generally stop earning points. So keep that in mind. But for this one, you'll notice there's no due date because this is probably going to be around for the year, right? Until April 2027. And until that time rolls around, I'm going to stick with these until I need to spend it, right? Because I don't need to spend it. The exchange shop's not going anywhere. For this as well, I think there was only 2 multis that I could have done for free. And this is a good example. There's only 4 hours left, so let me just see if I can grab something. I'm just probably going to get the memory balls while I'm at it. Again, it would have been nice if I did have a little extra so I can get the Egg with Yakisoba, but this will do nonetheless. And let me just go ahead and get these blue luck coins. Personally though, I wouldn't recommend getting those items, especially if you're in a trading shop that really helps you build up points. You want to specifically save up for those characters and special support cards you can get, right? Now on to the rest of this. As a beginner, you'll mainly only see items here. This is a specific item from a summon, so you can disregard this. Now onto this store. I would completely avoid this. This is also very high. This is a massive amount. All of these are massive amounts. This is mainly for the spenders, just to literally have them be able to pick up a free dupe. But for free-to-play players, 100% stay away even from this, because you will get enough in-game eventually. Starting off, you will probably have, if you have all 5 of these, or even 4 of these, or even 3 of these, let alone 2, and let's say you just have the 1, you probably still can't fully max. Okay, you can probably max out 1, but if you have 2, you probably can't max both out. Again, that'll just take time. Just focus on the one that will buff most of your units. So if you have more physical units, then focus on the physical one, right? But it's a long-term game. Don't buy it here, because you want to use these blue gems for getting those characters instead, right? Not enhancing certain characters. Specifically in this case, for these EX support cards and support cards in general, I'm pretty sure you actually cannot, even if you get all these pieces, you cannot get the card. You must first pull the card itself, and then all these pieces you have can be used to feed into it. It's a bit different for players. For players, you just need to get enough shards and then you can unlock them. What I mean by that is, let me go over here. Let's go into Enhance Unlock Players, Player List Unlock. And if I scroll all the way down, you'll notice right here, you do not have enough items. Let's say I was able to get 25 shards and I didn't pull Sai. It's very rare, but you're probably going to get the character before you can use these shards. Or like for Karamatomo, let's say I got 25 shards for him. I can go ahead and click Unlock, and I will literally unlock the player. I think they might go over that in the tutorial, but I'm not exactly sure. But just keep in mind, you can only do that for players. You can only do this unlock feature for players, so it's worth it to somewhat get these pieces for players you don't own, because you can still unlock them this way. For support cards, as far as I'm aware, there is no such feature like that, right? You just have to own the card, and only when you own it can you then go into here and use those pieces to unlock its ability and level it up and dupe it out, etc. And for that exact reason, I would completely avoid this store. Now, I don't know what was here before, but if this was still here, I would always avoid this Phantom Movement Exchange store, because for the most part, you're using blue gems on items in here, and I would rather just use that for summons, and I'd recommend you guys do the same too. Now, if we go into these 4 right here, I've got nothing in any of these, and I'm pretty sure you got to buy a pack or something like that to go ahead and pick up this ticket and then exchange it for those workout gears. Again, as a free-to-play player, you're probably not too worried about that. Next, we have this scout. This is purely built up from free scouts that I did, and you'll notice I'm getting close to even getting some of this, but again, it depends on how many more free scouts we get here, but just play the long game. This is also similar to the ones you saw up here, except it's a bit different, and you'll notice it's got like 1 point. You can exchange it for these pieces. This hour will take you a long time. You need 125 pieces, and I think I only got 1. Again, some scouts have this special trading post, but that's mainly catered to the pay-to-wins, because, I mean, I only did 1 scout and I got 1 point, right? But I have to do subsequent ones to get even more. Same with this. This is also a specific summon scout. Again, I would probably stay away from that because it's hard to build that up. It's mainly going to be for your spenders. This is the same trading post I was talking about before. Now, these two I'd probably avoid. As you can see, I don't have many points in either of these, but they're very similar to the summons up here, right? Mainly this one, kind of, because you probably won't have summons here. It's kind of rare unless you've been playing since they released. So very similar case, right, for these two as well. Before we continue with the rest of the video though, I was in editing and I realized I didn't go over two of these exchange shops or trading posts. And one of them is the 3.5th anniversary Midsummer Dream Match trading post. So it's very similar to that other JP 3.5th anniversary trading post that I went over before, the one with the green tickets and the pink soccer balls. So you do the same things you would do in that trading post for this one. Secondly, that boost redraw ticket trading post, that one has workout gear redraw tickets, and in game there's actually an announcement for a new notification that tells you how to kind of redraw. So I'll probably make a new video on that sometime soon, and I'll kind of go over this workout gear shop there as well. But if you're a beginner, I don't think you'll have a lot here anyways. It's more of a late game thing, so don't worry too much about that, but I will make a dedicated video soon. With that said, let's jump back into it. And then we have this one, which is specifically a scout for the EX support cards. Again, I would probably avoid these ones because they're hard to build up. They don't give out too many summons on them. You mainly want to look at something like this, right? Because you get so many free scouts on it, and you can actually build up towards characters. Next, we have here, again, it's a different summon, very similar to the Black Scout, the Workout Gear Black. I'm just not going to talk much about it. As you can see, I don't have much points in it. This is very similar to this one as well, but again, I would avoid it. You only get certain free scouts sometimes, and more often than not, you need a lot more to get the Joker EX card, right? In this case. These two are scouts. Okay, these two are trading posts for permanent rivalry battle events. I haven't touched them, and unless you guys have the spare time or the free resources, you can always go in here, grab a few 3-star players. Now, these two are for rivalry battle events, but specifically, they're always available. So you can go ahead and go into these shops and grab like some of these cards. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, maybe if you want the memory ball, you could go in and do that, but you only get those 5 attempts. I would just stick to always doing those limited events, like the one I showed a bit earlier in this video, and just cycling through that. You probably won't have time to do some of this, but if you want, you can go ahead and do a few runs. If you're finished all the limited events, you've got nothing else to do, you can go ahead and do some of these and grab some characters, grab some memory balls. I probably would avoid some of this unless further down the line, maybe they get a buff or something, I don't know. But I haven't done it. As you can see, I've done none of these, and I don't plan to unless I do have the spare time. This is very similar to the other points. Same with this one. As you can see, not many points, so I'd skip that. Now here is what I was talking about in a previous video, getting free tickets for workout gears. As you can see, I'm sitting on 3 right now, and I actually don't need any red workout gears, which is why I haven't used them. But you can't rely on it. It's like somewhat inconsistent. Sometimes they'll give it to you. So keep an eye out for this. But again, you'll probably notice it if you accept items in your gift box. And again, if that happens in the future, I'll try and make a video on it. I wasn't making videos before when these workout gears tickets were released, but I'll be sure to do that in the future. Next, we have the redraw tickets. And honestly, I don't even use this shop really. I kind of just have these all built up and I don't really exchange for anything. Again, if you get these tickets and you need certain redraw tickets for workout gears, you can always go into the shop and grab whatever you want, right? But I haven't used that shop, so I'm not going to go too much into detail there. Another point shop, and just to showcase all of these, I generally don't have enough to get anything anyways, but they're all from the free scouts that I do. Next, we have a 3-star player exchange ticket trading post. I think I got a ticket once, but generally you don't get tickets here. And again, it's for 3 stars, so it's not as relevant anymore. But let's say you do find yourself getting a ticket, you can just go in here, grab a player, right? And personally, I would start at the bottom since they have the most value. Okay, I'm not gonna scroll down again, but the ones at the top are generally older. The ones at the bottom are much newer. Let's go to the exchange ticket trading post. You can always go in here, grab some of these items. They're not bad as SSR items, but stuff you'll get in the summons are definitely better, especially the URs. But if you do find yourself low on, let's say, support cards in general, I mean, by all means, you can go ahead, go into here, grab some of these items. These are basically in the shop, but they were given out for free as part of events in the past. and then they were put into this exchange shop so you can get it if you missed out on the event. You would have to grab all 12 of these to fully dupe it out, and then you have to grab all of this. It's a specific memory ball that's catered just for the support card. And what you would do is you would get all 12 here and all 10 here, and then you can fully max this out at level 100. Again, I don't know exactly where you get this from, but just by doing events, you'll slowly build it up. And if you want, you can go ahead and clean out this shop if you have enough items. As you can see, I've done it for a few of the support cards that I missed in the past, but not necessary at all. I did that especially before the sync when SSR cards were still somewhat relevant, and I just wanted to complete my collection anyways. But other than that, you actually can avoid that until you have like nothing else to kind of do, right? But that's the only real purpose for this shop, and you could always get the blue luck coins too, but I mean, if you are missing some of these support cards, I think they could give collection bonuses too, so it wouldn't hurt to grab them. But don't worry too much about that right now, you can always do that later. For club match, okay, so now we're getting, on the bottom section right here, now we're getting to stuff you will actively use aside from this specific scout, right? So just to sum up right now, this specific scout, like check whichever ones you get the most points of. Make sure you're always checking that and getting free cards. Then we go on over to something like this, which is irregular. So you don't have to always check it out, just if you get it in the gift box, go ahead and see if you can exchange for some of these, because it's a free workout gear, which is always nice. And just so I can do it from the bottom up, all of these things you probably won't get if you're free to play, and I'll just showcase it. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. So you get nothing here, which is totally fine. But if you do get certain pieces, maybe they give it out for events, like anniversary special events, maybe you can do something there. But generally, I haven't seen anything like that. And if they do, it's something that's limited. It's going to be at the top. You can grab it. These will be what you, these sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will be your main trading posts that you will go to for items for doing events in the game. Then you also have the friendship trading post, which you get for cheering players you follow, and you can slowly get stuff here. And if you're running low on something, you can always grab it from here, which is super nice. And now before I get into the other ones, just to showcase this, I don't have any items here and I don't use it, but if you do get items, I'm not sure if you can get it as a free to play. Maybe I'm just not doing certain events, but you can always grab some stuff here. Again, though, I generally don't get stuff, so I don't check it out. But with that out of the way, you have our final few trading posts. Starting here, club match. So this is from doing club matches. You get these items and you just go in here and trade for items in here. And personally, as you can see, there is first time only stuff. So I would recommend getting this as much as you can first. And then if you want to get 3-star players or SSR support cards, you can always go in here and grab them. For me though, I'm at a stage where 4-star players far outweigh my 3-star players anyways, and my UR cards far outweigh my SSR support cards, so I don't grab them. But let's say you still are struggling to fill out your team, you can always grab some of this. It will take some time though, so just keep that in mind. It will take some time to build it up. If you're ever running low on memory balls too, you can go and pick that up. Gyoza, blue luck coins, right? You can grab these too. So that's what you would mainly use, right? So for club match, you have a club match trading post. For rank match, so this is your PvP. This is the rank match right here, this PvP section, right? You go in here and you can actually go into trading post from here itself, but this is only the regular one. For club match, it's this one right here, right? Go to club and then club match. Now for PvP, we've got these two trading posts, the rank match medal trading post and the rare rank match medal trading post. For the rare medals, what you want to do is scroll all the way down. I would avoid getting any of these profile pictures because, I mean, unless you really want it, but they give out a ton for just playing the game as well. And if you really want the stamps, you can get it, but I would skip that. You can get 3-star player pieces, up to 5 each month. But keep in mind that these specific medals you probably will not see if you're a beginner. You need to reach the higher wings or the higher tiers. Basically, you need to progress pretty high in PvP to get these medals, right? And then you can slowly build up more and more. So you won't see it as a beginner, but if you slowly build your account, you'll slowly get more of these. And what you can do is you can go in here and grab 5 pieces every month for a 3-star player that you want, right? Again, 4-star players are not here. It's only 3-star players, but it's a good, nice way to get, 3-star players. I used it real quick to kind of fully max out or get close to maxing out some of my 3-star players. And so it's just a nice sort of extra way you can do that. So keep that in mind for rare rank match medal. And remember, you have to get high in PvP to do that, so you probably might not see that yet. What you will see though is this, and you get both these medals. You get both these medals from ranking placements after the season ends. So once the season ends for PvP, depending on how you ranked, you would get these rewards. In this shop, you'll see you can get all these items. You can also grab your 3-star guaranteed player from here as well. So I'd recommend grabbing that. This is an SSR card very similar to that other trading post I showed that you can get free to play support cards. I just grabbed this, I think, when I was playing way back. If you want, you can do that too. Again, this has specific items you would use to train up that memory card, or that support card, rather. And they've got specific pieces as well to level it up. So you have to grab all of this, and then you can max it out dupe-wise, and then level it up too. So yeah, that's all that is here. And again, if you need some of these items, right, for refilling your stamina for either your player training or your rivalry battles, you can go ahead and do that. If you're running low on these items as well, you can go ahead and grab those too. Blue Owl coins, you can always grab from here too. For League Match, now League Match, I don't really do as often in terms of manually. I'm automatically enrolled in both of these. It's the League Matches, right? Either way, you would get items depending on how well you would fare. Let's go ahead, go back to our trading post. And this is probably, for you guys, the single most important one you want to do. And luckily, probably the easiest to build a lot of. You would get these League Match medals. And what you want to do is every month, grab this. It's the League Match medal only SSR piece exchange ticket. You get, I think, up to 25 or 50, rather. You get up to 50 per month. And you want to make sure you always grab this. You get 50 per month. It resets every month. If you have extra space, or if you have extra left over, you can always grab memory balls, the SSR and 3-star guaranteed tickets. Again, I would recommend grabbing these two because this is a lot easier to get. So you can grab these a lot easier. And then if you have space as well for the armor ice, you can go ahead and grab that. But make sure you always grab this specific exchange ticket, and I'll go over why in just a second. It allows you to get a free dupe / multiple dupes, or build up towards a dupe of special support cards. But keep in mind, it will not allow you to get specific cards. And this is where you would use it. So you have the League Match medal here, and then here is where you would use those items I was telling you about. You can go in here and grab, let's say, dupes of this. And just for the sake of it, I'm going to show you. I'll try and see if there's a card I don't have, and then I will try and grab it. As you can see, for this specific card, I actually don't own it, right? Meeting with a Genius, not owned. So since that is the case, right, this one right here, I don't have it. Even though I go ahead and grab the specific support card, it's not going to change the fact that I even have it. So let me go ahead and grab 25 of you. Again, you guys should not do this unless you need to build up an SSR card. And you'll notice for the URs, it's a bit more pricey. It costs 4 as opposed to 1 for an SSR card. Let's go ahead to my special support cards, and it should be in the SSR section. I've got selected by rarity. And you will notice that I have this, right? My latest SSR card, or my last SSR card. Oops. And I do not have that other card, right? It's only this SSR card and then this SR card. So I actually don't have that other SSR card. So you cannot grab SSR cards or even UR cards in this way. You can only use this to dupe out existing cards you have. So keep that in mind. That is a very important piece of information. But other than that, this is a great way to get free dupes for, in my opinion, I would save up for these UR cards. Especially because they have a lot more value, and especially the newer cards. I would just save up for this, and you can slowly build out your team slowly this way. Again, League Match medals are pretty easy to get comparatively, so make sure you always go into this shop. There's one thing you take away, go into this shop, grab these 50 every month and go into this exchange shop and then trade for these pieces that will help your account. Next, we have the Club Royale trading post, and you'll notice up here, it's this event, Club Royale. I would completely avoid the stamps. Here's a good way you can build up advisors. Although, let me just see if advisors also can be... Yes, you can. You can unlock advisors, so they are in the similar boat of players. Now, since that is the case, let's go back into this. You definitely should pick up whichever one you would need. Now, you'll see Kaoru Mitoma is not here. He's the advisor I use for a lot of my setups, but I think that's because he is time limited, and I actually picked him up during the sync. I maxed him out as my advisor during the sync. After the sync happened, I was able to pick him up. So either way though, you guys should go ahead and pick up an advisor that you like. Right now, Sai is the best. Loki is still pretty good, and so is Ego. Then Henri, and I'd probably not even get him unless you pull him from a summon. But other than that, that's how I would recommend, right? Sai, then Loki, then Ego, then Henri, and then this dude. But you should get whatever suits your team the most, right? So if you need a technical advisor, go ahead and pick Sai up or start building towards Sai. If you need speed, Loki. If you need technical, I guess just stick with Sai. And if you need intelligence, go with Ego. Per month, you can pick up 5 pieces. So in 5 months, you should be able to unlock one of your advisors from Club Royale. But do keep in mind, you got to be continuously doing Club Royale, and sometimes you might not even be able to fully grab all 5 copies in 1 month. Maybe it gets easier as time goes on, but just keep that in mind. If you want to build a flow players too, great place to do it. But if you're missing those advisors, I would probably start with the advisors, and then you can start going for the flow players. And I guess there are also other 4 stars. So if you need 4 stars too, by all means, you can definitely go in here and grab it. You got the Omurice, Ego's Yakisoba, but I would not grab those. I would make sure you build up your players first. So like your flow players or your advisors. It's another pretty good trading post, Club Royale, but it just will take some time. This last exchange shop is kind of new. I haven't really used it as much. It's the rare League Match Medal. And this is good for, these are all used for workout gears. So if you need these extra items from workout gears, you could always grab it. I really never did. Oh, right, I forgot. Never mind. You should definitely pick these 2 up. Forgot this was the thing. If you start earning these rare League Match medals, just go ahead and grab this. You get a free 4-star and a free UR support card. It never hurts, right? Other than that, maybe just hold on to it. If you need these workout gears specific items, by all means go for that. Well, hopefully that was helpful. This was quite a long video, but I wanted to kind of go over everything as much as I can. With that said, I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.